Roll dice, be nice, and stay tuned. This is the Live to Die podcast.
So before anyone says anything about date, God damn it.
Hey, there it is.
So. Before anyone says anything, I do want to read you something directly out of one of these books. There's a rule for that. The PCs should first encounter Knock Knock while exploring the Stolen Lands, before they take on the Stag Lord. Knock Knock quickly recognizes the PCs as adventuring heroes and lashes onto them. The best way to have them meet this strange goblin is to have him either bravely, but not quite arrogantly, wander into the camp with a friendly, in quotes, grin on his face, or, having nothing but praise for a PC who dealt a final blow to a particularly terrifying monster fight he watched from afar, or, where is this? I read it in here, but it's like, oh yeah, you can potentially have them, or during this time, Knock Knock could potentially save the PCs from a potentially disastrous encounter that would have otherwise resulted in them being killed.
I don't know about disastrous.
Yeah.
Especially
Speak
given that
for yourself.
he didn't do any damage to them.
Yeah, I don't know about,
He just did a
I don't know
sick
about
flip.
saved either. Saved is a strong word.
He took up some hits. He took a.
I don't
But they
think
were
he
so
took a
low
hit,
that it
did
didn't
he?
hit him. It would have missed
That's true.
anyone.
Yeah.
So I do love, just like Trent said, but I feel like that is the fun with introducing NPCs, is like if it's a player character and you're like, I want them to sweep it and be awesome, and then they just whiff all their rolls, it kind of sucks. So before anyone says anything, I just want to say, look, it's in the book.
Yeah.
I played it by the rules.
Yeah.
That's how you meet Knock Knock.
Hell yeah.
There's also, because there's all sorts of things about what Knock Knock can teach you and what he can do at camp, and how if you do keep him around camping with Knock Knock, there's a whole section.
Yeah, because
Camping
Lamash 2's
with
key
Knock
skill
Knock.
is survival.
I did, though, want to have a little fun bantery topic, but I always want to make sure I give Jason a chance, because Jason has called a shot early on. He's like, look, I'm just going to use the openings of our podcast to just talk about things I like that I just want to give airtime to. So there's always room. We've got more episodes today. I thought of something that could be a little fun to talk about us, though.
Us.
And I realized this because it comes up frequently with Jane and I, that I'm curious if there's any part of how you grew up that seemed so normal to you that when, like, as an adult, you would realize, like, oh, that's unique to how I grew up, or more unique. And for me, a really easy one that is I think kind of funny. I was homeschooled, in case my, everything didn't already give that away. But it does result in funny bits whenever anyone's telling a story and they're like, oh, well, that happened in 8th grade. I'm like, I have no fucking clue how old 8th graders are.
Sometimes I'll say like, oh, when I was in the 5th grade, I did this. And he's like, how old were you in 5th grade? Like 15? Like, no.
Well, I used to work as an education reporter. So I used to have to be like, I figured out that basically if you take the grade number and then add 4 to 5, that's about the age.
Yeah.
But the fact was that I had to do that. And so still in my head, every time I'm like, well, when we were in this grade, and in my head, I'm like, all right, carry the 1. So for me, that's a big one. Growing up, I to this day, I'm like, I have to try to cover and be like, yeah, like in school. I'm like, yeah, of course.
Mm-hmm. For me, it's that I was actually mentioning this the other day, that I have no memories of life where I didn't drink coffee. Like, my family are all big coffee drinkers. And I think I really started drinking coffee every morning when I was like 3. Because it was just sort of like, we all drink coffee. The kids can drink coffee. And then to me, like, meeting anyone who's an adult that doesn't drink coffee, I'm like, what? Like, what alternate parallel universe are you living in?
So you married one?
Yeah, I know.
Right.
I know. It's hard. It's
Like
so
a
weird.
unicorn. Get it.
It's so weird. He'll wake up in the morning and be like, he's like, oh yeah, let's go for a run and like do a million things. I was like, great, but you're missing a step.
I need a 2-hour window
I need-
of drinking coffee and becoming human.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And the amount of times that there has been a group activity where everybody's off early in the morning doing peppy stuff and Trenton and I are abstaining and sitting somewhere drinking coffee for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Happens a lot.
Absolutely not.
In my defense, because Jane rightfully accuses me of being very awake, and
It's naturally caffeinated.
Right.
And a part of that is possibly true, which is part of the reason I don't have a ton of the millennial pause, because I have to think about talking slower to talk slow. Otherwise, I'm just off the races. I do many mornings wake up to exercise before going into work. So there's a lot of mornings where we wake up and she's like, oh, how are you this awake? I'm like, I've been awake for 2.5 hours already. Like it's not that I'm hyper peppy. I've just been up for a while.
It's monstrous. But anyway, yeah, I grew up in a thriving coffee environment.
You were like how they would give medieval kids like watered down wine. I mean, like, just water down the coffee for the children. Make sure it's.
I don't think it was
good
watered down.
No, probably not.
Must be why your parents like needed to have a big backyard. They're like, look, we gave them caffeine. We're just going to lock the doors.
I know,
and see
it
them in
really
7
is like
hours.
a bold parenting move to say, let's caffeinate this toddler. But like, worked out
Two
okay.
of mine drink coffee. 2 of them don't. So, and that's my wife's doing mostly. So,
It's an acquired taste, you know.
yeah,
Toddlers?
I don't love like just straight up coffee, but I like Starbucks, you know.
You're a Starbucks guy.
Yeah. Well, my wife's a Starbucks person, so like literally the only coffee I drink is Starbucks.
You're a pumpkin spice chai drinker, aren't you?
Mhm,
Oh,
that's
hell
the
yeah.
one.
Hell
That's
yeah.
the one. It's the best. I can't think of anything too crazy. I think maybe just for me, I was the youngest of 4, but my closest sibling's 7 years older than me. And so I think I just am used to having like, I don't know, the older people around me and growing up that way. So my siblings weren't like my best friends. Like growing up, they were like, not peers. They were like, you know, I looked up to them and we had good relationships and stuff. But like my wife and her sister are 2 years apart. They're like best friends. They do everything together. And I'm just like, oh yeah, my oldest brother's 13 years older than me. So when I was going into kindergarten, he was graduating high school, you know?
Yeah.
So that's just a weird dynamic there. But that's the biggest thing I can think of.
I have a couple of those too.
Yeah.
I think that's relevant though, because I still remember the first time I met your nephew, and I was ready to meet like a kid,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, oh no, he's an adult.
I'm 36. He's 29.
Yeah, I was
so
like, oh,
we're actually
he's like-
closer in age than me and my brothers, or my brothers and my sister.
And so I will say that because there's a couple times when you talk about like your family, your extended family,
Yeah.
and in my head, I'm sort of leveling that to my own sort of age dynamics.
Right.
So I think that's definitely there. That's an awesome one.
Yeah.
Side note about that, my grandparents both were in families with like a gazillion siblings. And because of like the way the ages worked out, my grandma had a niece that was older than her.
Weird.
Yeah.
I was
Anyway, go
it
on.
was weird
Yeah.
that I was an uncle at the age of 6. So
Yeah.
it's just kind of one of those weird things.
I guess mine would be like, so I grew up in a town of like 10,000, 12,000 people.
Mm-hmm.
And we lived outside the city limits of that town. So our neighborhood was just like really small, you know, not a whole lot of people. And which means I've just been thinking about this because my wife and I just bought a house. And so we've been sleeping so much better than we did in our apartment. But like in the house that I grew up in, it would be just like fucking silent at night, you know, except for like bugs. Like you hear the
Right,
bugs because everything is just so quiet.
You can hear the wings of flies flapping.
Yeah, seriously. So I think that's probably the closest I can get right now off the top of my head. That
Yeah.
like I could just go wander in the woods for, you know, for the day as my childhood.
Yeah.
Now we just see Trent wandering around the city and we're like, is he okay?
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
like, where are the woods?
It's my urban jungle.
Yes. Your 1.5 story urban jungle.
I don't really know. I guess one thing we did was I watched a lot of movies at a really young age that I would not let my children watch.
Sure.
That being said, tonight...
You literally told me you're going to let
Yeah.
your kids watch the Babadook
yeah,
tonight.
today is October 7th. We're recording this and we're going to watch the Babadook later.
Nice.
Baba Shook.
Yeah.
In fact, you didn't say you were going to let them do it. You said you were making them do it.
It was Lily's idea. But we watched, like when I was in elementary school, my favorite movie was Major League. Not a
Okay.
terrible
Yeah.
movie, but it's not an elementary school
Right, for
kids
sure.
movie.
yeah.
But it definitely had an influence in probably the way and the amount of movies that I watch now for sure. But definitely I got to watch and consume a lot more content that was not age appropriate for me.
I wonder, because I feel like,
The ratings were different back then too.
yeah.
You go see,
Right.
like I think Jaws is a PG-13 movie. Opens with a naked woman. Like that wouldn't fly.
Yeah, I saw
today.
Jaws when I was
Yeah.
like 5.
Yeah.
And it was the scariest thing I'd ever seen.
Because your mother essentially
Still
has
is.
an altar to Jaws in her house.
She
Yeah.
loves Jaws.
He does love Jaws.
She, I remember, told me when I was really little, I don't know if it was 5, but it was like young, and I wanted to watch it. And she was like, you're allowed to watch this if you get scared, you can't come in and out all the time. Like you have like pick a lane.
Yeah.
Because I'm watching Jaws. You can
Right.
watch it with me. And like after the first scene, I was like, nope. And so I left. And then I was like, maybe I do want to watch it. But she had already laid the ground rules of like, you can't be coming in and out the whole time. So I remember like sneaking back into the living room and like hiding behind the couch trying to watch Jaws. And I was like, I'm so scared, but it's also fun.
Yeah. And I would say I got a little bit of Trent too. Like about middle school, I started just, I'm going to say marching to the beat of my own drum, and I was gone a lot. I wanted to be in the woods or at a friend's house or whatever. I was gone a lot, doing a lot of shit.
Well, on the note of watching, I think right now we're all watching Ari as she discovers that your ring is in another castle. Your princess is in another castle. Your ring
Damn
is
it.
in another dungeon.
You beat me by like half a second, bro. The princess is in another
Yeah,
castle.
yeah.
Perfect. You should get a patch for that.
Thank you. You know what?
Don't give
me.
him more patches. He has all the
He
patches.
has all the patches.
And then now I have to go out and buy a patch to add to the collection. That's what it means when I get a patch.
Okay, I like that.
Ari like looks at the paper and is just like, "Ugh," and like slams it down. And she's like, "Ah!"
Must be good news.
She looks at Arthur and Nikolai and she's like, this freaking ring isn't even here. It's with the kobolds.
You trust the words of these?
Yes, look,
imbeciles?
it's an inventory. It's an inventory of what they have. Why would they lie to each other
I
about
can't
that?
read Undercommon?
Yeah, because you're an idiot. She's like so angry. She's hungry. She needs her coffee. She's so mad. She's stomping around. But she will pick up that little kobold statuette
So
because it
now you
reminds
get
her
a-
of Biff.
And you can look at what's not of a kobold.
Oh,
you get
really?
a better look
Never
at
mind,
it.
she throws it away.
It's an ivory statuette depicting a crouching, fiendish form with horns curling out of its head and like a large, open, toothy maw.
Spooky.
Appears to be made out of ivory. It's probably worth something, even if not just like, emotionally or spiritually. Like this is well carved ivory at a decent scale, like at least the size of your forearm and hand.
Can I do a check to see maybe what that thing is?
Yeah, that's going to be a secret check, and I'm gonna, because there's a fucking rule for this. Give me a second.
Okay.
I was gonna say Ari's
Okay.
gonna pocket it. She's
I don't
like,
want this. Actually, now I kind of do.
She's like,
I mean,
you know
now
what?
that-
It looks
now that
nice.
I
I could probably
have
get some
it.
money for this. Just kidding. She'll show it to you guys.
Okay, I took a lot of notes last night, staying up late as I normally do to kind of get this ready. All right, what's your religion bonus, Jason, for this secret check?
8. And is it a statue of Lamashtu?
It's definitely not a statue of Lamashtu.
Okay, you didn't say pregnant woman or anything like that. So I
No,
figured it
Lamashtu
wasn't.
is the body of a pregnant woman with black feathered wings and the head of a jackal with 3 eyes.
I
So scary.
I hate that.
so terrifying.
In Rise of the Rune Lords, that's the main deity bad guy
Oh
for like the
my
first,
God.
Early
first
on,
book.
yeah. Lamashtu's super interesting. And what I'll say is I think she's one of those gods that I actually like so much more for them dropping alignment, because I think she really has a place where she's like was chaotic evil. I don't really be like, she's an evil one, but when you look a lot more into Lamashtu, there's actually so much in there that sort of starts making it clear that like her viewpoint is different, and she is a fiend, but like, so sure, angels may see that as intrinsically evil, but like her edict is to bring power to outcasts and the downtrodden, to teach children her teachings, to make to make them beautiful monsters, and to reveal the corruption and flaws in all things. Her anathema is to attempt to treat a medical illness or deformity. So like people are strong how you are, to not like see that as othering, to sort of teach. So there's a lot too where like you could see how, in the same way that like, honestly, I think Abadar's a great example, which you're like, Abadar can be order. It can also be like the worst part of capitalism,
Right.
subjecting people. I think Lamashtu is an easy one that's, well, when you take away instantly being good or evil, I think there's actually a little bit of nuance to Lamashtu that's interesting. Still, already what you've heard of Knock Knock is that maybe his view of being a hero doesn't still totally line up with what Lamashtu's offering, but he doesn't fucking know.
Mm-hmm.
He grew up going to Lamashtu school, you know? The nuns every week were just telling him what to do.
Yeah.
We can convert him to be a follower of Sarenrae.
Or whatevs. So, you're in here. You have this weird ivory demon statue, or fiend statue.
You should hold it up to Nikolai and be like, what is this?
It looks vaguely fiendish, but
It looks vaguely fiendish,
It's
but
ivory.
it is ivory.
Okay. She like puts it in her bag.
hurry.
I was just
And
saying I'm not
ivory.
confident about any of my skills right now.
Yeah, well, that's fair. Can we please get out of here?
Yeah.
If we have to go find this ring, we can. This place is so gross.
Where is the ring?
I would
Nikolai
assume
looks
with the
down the hall.
kobolds.
Oh,
I think there's some more people on the other side of that chasm.
Oh,
People.
God.
Oh.
I mean, like Midflits and gremlins and something else. I couldn't see too well.
Is there a way for us to get down there?
There did look like handholds across the chasm.
Why would we do that if we know the ring is with
Let's
the kobolds? Oh,
Yeah, why are we
And I
going
did hear
further?
I did hear like screaming.
oh God.
What kind?
Okay.
Someone is being tortured.
I have good news actually for this portion. I'm a very good climber, and everyone can follow me.
Ari does the thing to Arthur as he's walking, like he walks in front of her and she does the thing like, you know, where somebody kicks you in the back
Yeah.
of the knee and your knees just like give out. That's what Ari does.
Like,
Oh,
Jesus.
Kick
must
that
have-
one foot and he's like, oh,
I must have tripped.
Winks at Lucky and Nikolai.
So we're doing this. We're going down the hole.
Let's go.
It sounds like it.
So you start walking over and you can see a deep chasm that sort of splits what would otherwise be a passage in this underground series of caves. It's a few yards wide and easily twice as deep, but tangled roots growing into this sort of gap, this void in the earth, seem to fill almost the entire area. You can see that there's two ledges on either side of this chasm. In between them, there have been tied a number of loops, maybe to serve as hand or footholds to climb across the chasm.
loops.
Loops of ropes tied
At
and
first I
like
thought you
anchored
said
into the
loops. I
ground.
was like, are they stealing a bunch of musical instruments?
Have you checked your butthole?
Bunch of loots down here.
I loot the body. So, what do you do?
Arthur, you don't have a shield.
I don't.
You have pieces of a shield.
I have pieces
You
that I
would
will
have had, if you're
put
tr-
Somebody crafting?
go
if, you,
ahead.
if you're trained, you would have had time to repair.
in
trained in
crafting.
crafting, yes.
Let's see. I
Because
don't
repair
remember.
Is an action.
I am not trained,
Yeah, never fucking mind then.
but I will put the pieces in my bag.
I think
I'm
Lucky
trained.
is.
I'm trained.
Would Lucky share that information yet?
If we have to go down here, then yes. Do we have to go down here? I'm just asking. the
Oh
group.
yes.
Okay. If anyone besides Arthur, do we have to go down here?
And I would say that as you get closer, you do hear like.
It appears someone is being tortured. I would
Yes,
like
we
to at
don't
least
know
check
if those
it out.
are like sad cries. They
Yeah,
could need
we
help.
don't
Could be
know
sad
what they are
cries.
at all.
It might be sad. Chris.
Listen, Lucky, do you not like third level? We got to get the XP, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't you want to be stronger, Lucky, faster, more capable?
Lucky, don't you care deeply about this woman's wedding ring who we met one time?
Yeah,
that
of
feels
course.
like cess.
I know you're kind. Don't you want more money?
More money. There's not more money down here.
Is
that
this
could
just
be.
like a marketing scheme?
Knock Knock's like, you could be strong like me.
Well,
Cool. I guess.
bypassing that one.
Do you want to stay up here and pick off the stragglers if they run?
No. It's
Okay.
fine.
Can you help me with my shield?
All right.
I tried banging it against a rock. But
Okay. All right. I'll fix it.
Now,
Just-
you do have to have a repair kit.
Oh, I don't have that.
Oh,
So,
sorry.
nope, I
shit.
can't.
So
It's not a repair kit in that bag of stuff.
you know what I will do
let's see,
then?
Let's see if Knock Knock has a repair kit, though. Trained in...
Or a shield.
Nope, and no.
You know what I will do then?
The bed.
Is I
Sorry.
will give you the mace back,
Oh.
and I will take my sword.
Oh.
Wow, that's a big sword.
Yes, it is.
I like swords.
Do you want to keep it in?
Oh yeah, it'll just hang out here.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Boss Goblin didn't have a shield. Or not Goblin.
Midflit. No,
Midflit.
just a trident.
Okay.
Can we pick up one of the scales that
Alright,
Knock
I'll go
pulled off
last.
and use it as a shield?
Yes, but it
Actually,
won't give you any
technically,
bonus.
Arthur should
Okay.
probably go last time.
Just a flavor shield?
Down the.
Knock Knock does have several of the carapace sections strapped
Hell
on
yeah.
his back. Like he's
I
going to try to
love
find
that.
a way to make armor out of it. Because ever since you said that, he's like,
The guy with the big sword had a great idea. I'm gonna dress like a monster.
Oh,
I shall bathe in its blood.
Can I harvest more venom?
yeah, you know what? We'll come back on that. We could do a
Okay.
roll, but yeah, and it'll be giant centipede venom.
Can I
Okay,
just say
cool.
that
I already have some
almost
stuff.
every role playing game in a fantasy setting that I've ever played with James, he becomes some sort of like semi-endearing murdery goblin, and it's like just a James trope of characters.
I mean, you gotta love it.
Yeah.
But in this case, it's actually in the book.
Oh, Lucky doesn't love it.
It explicitly describes that he's an irreverent, will steal everything, just wants to be violent goblin.
This was made for you.
Yeah, I'm so ready for this.
Okay. So everyone follow me and do exactly as I do as I climb down.
And so right as you go, Knock Knock does remember.
Arthur?
Yes.
Arthur. Art. Can I call you Art?
You may call me Wart.
Wart! Wart is a true sign of growth from the Mashtu.
Ooh.
What is gross to think about, but sure.
That's really terrifying.
Now I'm not sure you should call me Wart.
So, I love stabbing. I love monsters. I
Uh-huh.
love the Mashtu. I love me,
Oh, sure.
and I also really like traps.
Uh-huh.
I think some of these loops are traps.
Oh my God.
No, no. Wait, who is your god? Is it Lamashtu?
Oh, well, no, not
It
quite.
doesn't matter then. So, here's what I saw.
and Knock Knock did legitimately roll because Knock Knock was seeking over here, just like Nikolai had asked him to. And he does notice that that some of these loops are rigged to give way, like so that if they're being followed, the Mitflits would know which ones to grab onto
Yeah.
to safe, and some would just rip out of the wall.
Sure.
Fucking goblins and mifflets, man.
And so Knock Knock is like,
so it's this one, and then the third, and then
Oh,
honestly, I imagine it's very much like the scene in the fucking Dungeons and Dragons movie when he's describing how to get
On
through
every
that
fourth
whole
Can
step,
I-
you take a lateral step to the west.
can I have him like get on my back and
I will
as I
climb next to
climb,
you and
he's
show
like,
you.
oh, okay.
And so, sure enough, he will point out because he legitimately noticed this. He's a level 1 rogue and caught all of this, and
Thought
he
he
will
was a
point out to
rogue.
all of you which like handholds are legitimately anchored and which are decoy ones.
You did very good.
I know. I'm fucking great.
Yeah, you are pretty great.
Thanks.
And so you can all
Amazing.
take these. I love this game so much. You can all sort of follow these to the other side, in which you see as you're getting closer. Is your halo still on, Jane?
Yes.
That's right, because otherwise it's very dark, and
Yeah,
I think only
she'll
Knock
just-
Knock has dark vision.
Yeah. And I mean, Ari has low light vision, but she's just going to keep the halo on the whole time we're down here, for the record.
Halo.
We're going to cut that out.
It's just,
We're gonna cut what out? Me singing?
Yeah.
Oh. So
it was a little bit ear splitting.
it'll clip out on the podcast. No, you're right. Probably a good call. Okay. Well, so you all start working your way. And with these handholds, it's such a low check that you don't even need to make a check to climb across. But as you're about halfway across, Arthur and Knock Knock, who's next in line after Arthur and Knock Knock?
Me.
Arthur, Knock Knock, Nikolai. Who's pulling up the rear?
The
Me.
ones who don't want to be here.
Correct.
All right. As you're halfway across, you do start to hear screaming, and it's like pained screaming and sobbing. And what you're able to see is thick tangles. It's like a small room. The walls of this room, though, are covered in thick tangles of long and pallid roots of an otherwise sort of egg-shaped cavern. You're on the eastern end, as it attaches to this chasm. On the western end, you can see where it's maybe a tunnel going up. And you remember there's another room you went in that had sort of tunnels and stairs descending. You suspect that these would be connected. But what you see is a group of 6 Mitflits sort of surrounding something at the wall. Fuck. And as you get a little better look at the wall, Arthur, you see 1, 2, 3, and 4 small black shapes tied up under the wall, their arms out, and you see 3 dead kobolds hanging from the walls, their stomachs cut and like parts of their own organs sort of hanging there. The 4th one is crying and screaming as these goblins are just taking, or these midflits are just taking turns cutting and poking into this hanging, helpless kobold.
You will stop that.
And they instantly, and they all bare their like needle-like teeth.
Are we on the wall?
What?
Are we still on the
Yeah,
wall?
you are all hanging, like you're halfway through the chasm as Arthur has declared
God.
this.
You will stop that.
Arthur hanging from these handholds.
Oh my gosh.
We are going to all get skewered.
Yep. So I think it's time to roll initiative. Now, what I'll say is because you are actively climbing, what I would like, I'll give you a choice. I'm feeling magnanimous. And I'll say Lucky, because we just like got the miniatures placed in the field. Lucky, you aren't technically climbing in the chasm by the time you hear Arthur declare honorable combat.
Good.
So Lucky, you and you alone are allowed to roll stealth because you have always said that your exploration is stealth in this dungeon. Everyone else, I'm going to give you a choice. You can roll perception or athletics.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Because you're actively climbing. So
Nice.
like how well you are sort of, and we tried to ask when we were off air for a second, like what is the deal here? And it's sort of like jungle, what jungle gym, monkey bars.
Monkey bars, yeah.
Monkey bar height is sort of what you are above the ground. Because for midflets, it'd be very tall, but for you, you're like, yeah, I'm fine. knock up there, those
It's
hanging.
like their moat is like 2 inches of water.
If you're homeschooled, how did you find out what all the things on the playground are called?
Well, playgrounds still existed.
Yeah.
But you don't walk up and be like, there's the such and such. You just play on it. At school, they were like, go to the
Fair.
seesaw, walk on
From
the
my parents,
monkey,
my mom
monkey bars.
would be like,
Did
oh,
they
these
have
are
weird
that.
names for stuff?
Actually, there was one while you're all rolling initiative. My mother always called the food processor a Whopper Chopper.
Whoa.
And
I've
so
never heard of that.
I just
Whopper Chopper.
genuinely thought that was its like actual technical name, which was even
That's
funnier
funny.
because my sister, who is now a registered dietitian, when she was in school, in college, still thought that it was called a Whopper Chopper and
Oh,
said
that's
that
funny.
in one of her classes. And we had a great family call. She's like, Mom, I said this in front of the whole class and I felt so embarrassed. No one had any idea what I was talking
That's
about.
awesome.
So yeah, Whopper Chopper. All right, do we have some initiatives?
I think I might be leading the group here.
Did you critical inish?
No, but
Crit nish?
I have a high athletics,
Okay.
and I rolled well, so that's 27.
You
Damn!
beat me by 1.
Ooh.
So
Wow.
that's 26 for Lucky.
Yep.
And I realized I need to roll initiative for Knock Knock because Knock Knock's chilling out with you. Knock Knock already coming in ahead of the Scythe lady back in the manor, actually showing up to help.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, Jane, when
My
you got
hero.
super upset at me?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Knock Knock's going to use perception. Oh, I'm sorry, Arthur. Knock Knock coming in with a 28.
I am
Wow.
so proud of him.
Some bomb initiative so far.
According to my thing here, he is an expert in perception and it has a plus 14
Whoa.
Wow.
at level 1.
Whoa.
That's
How
incredible.
is that even possible?
I don't know. He's really good.
Probably a goblin something.
It must be a special thing. I don't fucking know. This
Or
is
it's
what the character sheet
Or a
has.
flaw built in.
Well, no, you know what? Wait a second. Because that's what I got off of Archives of Nethys, which is usually never wrong. But now I'm going to check the companion
Yeah,
guide.
it seems high
It does seem ridiculously high. Come here, Knock Knock.
because I'm expert
Come here.
perception.
Knock Knock, level 1. No, perception 14. Who knows? Knock Knock's just on that shit.
Cool.
It's
Dang.
so difficult every time you say that to not say who's there every single time.
I was actually thinking, like, is there a way that we could be like, knock, knock, and he jumps out, like, who's
Who's
there?
there? Yeah, do a little move.
You know, whenever he kept missing the monster, there was a knock knock choke.
Hey. Wow.
Yes.
That was a shameless pander for a patch.
Have a Wayland Yutani Corporation pact, you capitalist dog.
Yes.
All right. Ari, what'd you get for initiative?
18.
Pretty solid. Nikolai.
18.
Nice. Wow, lots of high ones.
Fight to the death.
I'll let you go first.
Okay. That works too.
Because Nikolai is not using athletics.
Now you don't
Even
have
though
to
we're
die.
2 feet off the ground, he is sweating profusely at having to hang on to these.
He's like, I've never done it before.
We're not climbers.
The
We're just men.
Anywhere else you'd be a 10.
We are
We're
but
just
men.
All right. I finally have this giant initiative tracker all filled out. I'm using my... I feel like I do like saying it as though it is product placement. Using my Paizo Pathfinder combat pad. It's just fun to use that voice. It is going to be Knock Knock who goes first, though. And Knock Knock, seeing this, just hurls himself off of the handholds onto the ground, screaming, "Blood for the master!"
Yes, get them.
He's so unnerving.
And so if someone would be so kind,
Say
he has
hip
just
ya.
enough movement
Say hip
to
ya.
make it diagonally from the closest gremlin. If someone could move, just sprints up there. Kukri's out because he was like holding them, I imagine, like in his mouth, sort of as climbing, and just grabs him out of his mouth as he falls off the ceiling, sprints over and just dives straight in with the twin feint on the first one. All right, now I'm gonna have to be like going back and forth really quickly between all of this. I got the AC for the Mitflitz here. First attack is a miss. Second attack, though, is also a miss. Just
Yeah.
what
man.
a little fucking scoundrel.
That seems to be his MO right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can't actually do anything.
He just runs in.
There's a whole lot of effort.
Wait,
He's just here for the morale.
Yeah, yeah.
look, he's just here for the vibes. Man, even with that, second one misses. Yeah, shing, shing, just totally misses. Now, Arthur, it's your turn.
Perfect. I will go up to the northwest, or it's actually the southwest of him.
Okay, cool. So you'll come in, you'll be diagonal, you'll run into this sort of egg-shaped room on the northern walls where there's 3 kobold bodies hanging in, one live one being sort of like actively tortured.
Awful.
Which we're not going to go into details on because, that's a disgusting thing.
Yeah.
But just not being treated well.
Oh, go ahead.
No, go.
No, it's irrelevant. Go on.
Oh, okay. I assume for climbing, I did not have my sword out.
You need, I think, yeah, we'll see.
I think you have to have combat climber.
You had to have a free hand, you're right.
Right. So I will pull out the sword,
Sure, like you do.
the bastard sword that I'm going to be using again, with 2 hands.
Excellent.
And I will
In this
take a nice
confined space.
big old swing at this poor little man in
And
front
now-
of me.
Remember, because I did kind of forget this, you are clumsy 1, and it's a -1 on attacks because of these small chambers.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Not Knock Knock, though, who is appropriately sized for this space.
I have that applied.
Okay.
That's a -1 on attacks.
Yeah, because clumsy is only a -1 on dexterity-based attacks.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
yeah, so if you're using a bow, it's like -2. All right, bastard sword out, swinging at this southeastern gremlin, this Mitflit.
That is a 21.
Oh, that's a fucking hit. Go ahead and roll
Yeah,
damage.
That's going to be a D12. That is 12 damage.
I was checking which color that one was. That was the red one. 12 damage. It's dead.
Yep.
You just cleave its head right off.
Yep.
Just floop. And the red one is down. Arthur, I believe that's your whole turn. All right, so that makes it Lucky's turn.
Delay.
All right.
Here's a Skittle gummy for killing the guy.
Oh,
You get
Start doing Pavlovian responses to,
Mid flip.
come on, Lucky, let's kill the bad guy. Here's
Give Lucky a snack.
Skittle.
now it's the green
Delay.
one's.
Just for the skittle.
All right, now it's the green one's turn, Jason, which I think is this one second in, and it's going to move over into that space between Knock Knock and Arthur. It's going to sort of charge into the space right there, sort of nestled between them. It's not the smartest. It's going to have its short sword out, and it's going to start swinging for... Let's go for Arthur, because I just saw Arthur. So far, Knock Knock has actually not done a single point of damage in multiple episodes, or ever in his appearance on his guest spot on the show. That's not a bad roll, but I don't think it's going to be good enough against Arthur. 19 to hit.
19 is a hit.
Oh, is that exactly a hit?
No.
Oh, man, that
I'm
sucks.
clumsy, so my AC is reduced.
Oh, yeah.
And my AC is in 18 anyway.
3 points of damage from the
Aha.
short sword. It's going to follow up with the second attack, though, which is already doing... These things are so much better than Knock Knock. 15 to hit.
Miss.
So that's its whole turn. Ari, it's your turn unless Lucky wants to jump in.
No, you can go.
Okay.
So magnanimous.
I'm not even
Right.
on the bars yet.
No, you are. You've just been on the bars. And what I'm
On
saying
the
is
bars,
because of how easy they are to use, it's just difficult terrain to navigate the handholds. Because Knock Knock has designated the safe ones.
How possible is it for Ari to like do it in acrobatics to swing her legs back and like like propel herself over to the platform.
All right. I'm going to say that usually you use athletics for jump, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to say that you can do essentially a jump equivalency. So if you make...
Trapeze style.
Yeah. So I'm going to say you don't need the running start for the jump. So I'm going to treat it as that if you succeed. But the failure is big. If you fail, you completely drop and you'll take extra damage for falling awkwardly.
Aren't
Okay.
you a gymnast as a background?
Yes.
So the DC on this
So you want me to do
is-
athletics and not
No,
acrobatics?
acrobatics. So because you're basically doing a what's that called? The bar set thing? What's
Yeah.
it, when you're on like the thingy that you hang on to do gymnastics?
Yeah.
Bars.
You're
Yeah.
asking me?
No, I was looking at Jason. You
Oh.
know some of these things.
Yeah, my
right?
dad was a gymnast.
That's right.
Ah,
Really?
Yeah.
That's
We
fun.
Talked about it on the podcast. So you're looking for
This is something that-
uneven bars.
So men use the even bars. The female women
yeah, the parallel
sports
bars.
are the uneven
Parallel
bars.
bars.
This is also just
My
a
dad
part
did the
of
rings.
this.
Or the
Oh, that's
pommel
hard.
horse. Oh, yeah, the rings. Wow.
This is
The
part
Iron
of
Cross.
Ari's background because it is something. It's like, you know, in fantasy you get to do the things you could never do in real life. I, as a child, was kicked out of gymnastics because I was so bad at it. It wasn't even like an attitude problem or anything. They were just like, you've been stuck at level 1 for 4 years. You can't do this
How
anymore.
sad.
That is
so.
I know, I couldn't do a backward somersault. Anyway, Ari is going to do a flip.
Could you
So
now?
this is going to be kind of difficult to do. I'm going to do the DC.
Okay.
Try
You
it.
need a
Push it hard.
DC 18
Oh,
Whoa.
to make
That's-
it.
That's not
you got
hard.
this.
You have a patch.
I just kind of want to do it.
Okay.
Just
Do
do it.
I might regret this, but
You
If you-
fall into the chasm and die.
Okay. See some eyebrows.
22.
Oh,
Natural
nice,
15.
nice.
So you're going to land on. This is why powers was high, because you had to be able to land in a compressed body sort of position.
Superhero league.
Jane, you've gone too far. You land just at the edge
You've
of the
gone.
tunnel.
Too far.
So you're fully in the tunnel, but that's why you had to like jump and land and like compact in. You couldn't stand up to balance when you hit because it's such a small sort of cavern.
But
or little
Ari,
tunnel.
unlike me, is an actual gymnast.
Yep.
So she does a cool flip,
Yep, it makes it all the
And-
way over.
lands.
And then it'll be another action to move over.
Well, I'm actually going to pull out my kukri.
Okay, action
Uh,
2.
Yeah. And then I'm just going to move up.
Now, here's
into-
what I'll say. This is fun. I think you did so well on that. I think you were able to draw your kukri as a part of that flip forward, like jump,
Sick.
draw, and land. So now you can move over and make an attack.
So this is the thing too that is like about the swashbuckler and the panache.
I'm gonna
You
call it-
technically only get panache for tripping, grappling, etc.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also like if you do something really cool, I feel like you should get panache for that.
that is a 1E thing.
Yeah.
But here's what I'm going to say. Yes.
Yes.
I think that's a panache full. I think that is the super swashbucklery opening.
Because it's also
I
like,
like
if
it.
you take a risk to do something, and it wasn't for nothing, it's so I could get there a little faster.
That was some
Uh,
Jack Sparrow swashbuckling
yeah, that
stuff.
feels.
Yeah.
Like making
I'm
it
gonna
up as
call
we
it.
go. Hopefully it works out.
yeah.
I'm going to call it. Yeah.
Amazing.
it.
Thank you. Okay, so I have the kukri out.
Yeah.
Am I within range of hitting one of these?
You can get to the green one that ran up and attacked
All right.
Arthur.
I am going to stab the green one
Okay.
with my finisher.
Jesus. Okay,
So
even if you miss,
badass.
you're going to do damage.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what happens here.
That's a natural 16.
Oh, I think
So
it's probably dead.
That is going to be a 22 to hit.
No, not a crit.
Okay. Not a crit, but it is
Your full
panache
finisher.
kukri with the finisher, 15 points of damage.
Dead. Just
Okay. Just chopped its head
Nice.
off. Just did a flip and just like whoosh, decapitated the little mitflet.
Noise.
no. Did you do is that with the -1 on to hit? Because you're
It's a
in,
21 to hit.
still a hit. Still dead. Okay. All right.
Fun.
So floop, off goes its head. Lucky,
I thought it was me.
unless Lucky's in delay.
Oh, lucky delayed. That's right.
Go
Sorry.
for it.
Okay, Nikolai,
All right.
you are.
Am I on the
hanging.
thing? Hanging?
Yes, you are in the middle of traversing the hand loops. So it's just difficult terrain until you get out of the chasm.
Okay. So
I would say normally, before all of you hit it, there's a giant centipede at the bottom of this
Yeah.
chasm. So at least
Yeah.
you have taken care of that.
Yeah.
So it looks like Jason's moving Nikolai over, doing head math as he moves. So you know what? God,
that's
that's such a
one
good drop.
action to get to there.
Yep, drops down.
Draw.
Draw.
Shoot. 5,
Okay.
10, 15, 20.
So you've got a few
25,
things
30.
going on. He's going to have shit cover.
Yep.
You're going to be clumsy and a
Okay.
-1. So I'll have a +1 in my AC, and you'll probably have a net -2 to your
Mhm.
attack. Oh, and you'll be within 30 feet.
Yep.
So -3 to the attack, and you'll have a +1 to his AC.
Okay.
But Arastil guide thee.
That's a mess.
Okay, Rasto does not guide thee. Arrow soars through and gets caught in one of the roots hanging out of the ceiling of the small cavern.
Can only guide so much.
All right, Lucky, you want in yet, or you want these mitflits to go?
I'll go, I guess.
It's very small down here.
I'll spend all 3 of my actions summoning Spike.
Oh, that's right. We have the spike.
I'll grab him.
He's
Awesome.
around. He's in the bag, I think. Up top. Jason will find him. All right, Mitflit Pink, which I think is already right over near Knock Knock. So Mitflit Pink is going to step into, he's already there, so he's just going to attack Knock Knock. So here we go. First attack. Knock Knock's got a decent AC, and that's going to be a miss. Second attack, that's also going to miss. Third attack, also a miss.
Oh, these
so
poor
Knock Knock
fellows.
just dodging under the Mitflit. All right, it's now Brown's turn. You know what they say, when Brown is in town. So Brown is going to step into sort of the pocket.
I wanted you to finish that because I didn't know what they said. about
Yeah. What do
Brown
they
being in
say?
town.
All right, Brown steps forward. Brown's in town and is going to stab. And is going to stab.
Brown is down to clown.
Okay.
Oh,
That
yeah.
was good.
That's a solid. Got some rhyming scheme
Can
in
we
there.
focus up here, please?
I'm gonna
people?
need you to focus up. All right, and we're gonna go for Arthur. Here we go.
Sure.
See if we can take him down. I think that's a 19 to hit again.
Yeah, it's a hit.
Oh, 2 points of damage. Really
Okay.
laying it out there. Second attack. That's pretty good. That's another 19 to hit. Come on, big damage. 2 more points of damage.
Okay.
All right, Blue's turn. Blue's all the way back here in the pocket. Blue's gonna run a hook over to the west of Arthur. Not quite get a flank in, but start going for that attack. Here we go. First attack coming in, miss. Second attack coming in, dices off the table. Come back for you later. Oh, that's going to be a 22 to hit.
That's a hit.
1 point of damage.
Uh-huh.
All right, now finally it's Purple. Purple's there in the back. Purple's going to step forward east 5 feet, come in at Arthur again because Arthur's fully in the vanguard. That's going to be a miss with its first attack. That second attack, though, is going to make it with 20 coming in for damage. How much damage? 3 points of damage. And
You
it's,
sound like an auctioneer.
like I said, I don't do the millennial pause.
And I'm down. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, Jason is also kindly picking up the die that my hot sauce and lava die.
You
I get it,
yeeted.
man. I've dropped some dice across the room before.
It's very kind of you. All right, Knock Knock, I'm going to give you the headlopper die. Knock Knock's coming in here. I think that's going to make it blue. Knock Knock's going to... No, you know what? Someone else is arranged with block.
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 Yeah, it's what Knock Knock block blocks. So
Uh,
Knock Knock's going to go after Pink.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Let's do...
Pink is to his northwest.
Yeah, I'm trying to decide. I think he's going to do it. He's going to go for... He's going to feint. Okay. He's got a pretty good one. Their will saves. He fails at fainting. And is going to do a double slice. Ooh, that first one's going to be a hit. So that's just going to do normal knock damage. Yeah, standard knock. I have so many... I want to say tabs open, but it's just that I have so much information. Copy and
Looking
paste
for
it.
Knock Knock's block.
Yeah, looking for the knock block. Classic little knock block.
Knock Knock stat block.
God damn it, Trenton. All right, so he's do some good damage. 5 points of damage on that first attack. Second attack coming in is a miss. God damn it, Knock Knock. All right, that makes it Arthur's turn.
Well, Arthur will attack Purple back there to
Sure.
his west.
His northwest.
That is a natural 1. I'm just going to go ahead and patch.
Ooh.
Oh. With my labeled buttons, courtesy of Jane's handwriting and Jason's labels.
That is much better. That is a 19.
Noise.
Oh, damn.
I assume that's a hit.
Oh, yes, 100%.
9 damage.
This is against what you said, purple?
Yep.
Okay, 9 damage in on purple. Not looking so hot. Definitely one
Actually,
hit.
that was a 18.
Still a hit. Oh, right,
Okay.
because of the -1.
Yeah.
You'll
So
be
he's
out of
still
here
up.
soon. Still up. One
So
hit.
attack him again. That is a
Ooh.
15.
That's a hit. Even with the -1?
14.
Miss.
Damn. I mean, I'll attack again. Why not?
Come on, natural 20. I can feel it. Feel it in the bones.
No, that's going to be a miss.
All right, Ari, it's your turn.
Alrighty.
Come on,
Ari.
what are you going to do?
Ari is going to turn to, I can't see what color it is from here.
Brown is the only one you have in range.
Okay. So she's going to turn to brown and.
Because Brown's in town.
Okay.
going to Brown
all right.
Town.
All right. All right.
Oh, God.
Brown Town is definitely a poop joke.
Yeah.
Yes. She's going to shove that one. Just like. Or actually, she's going to grapple it. She's going to grab him by the collar.
All right. That's athletics
It is easier.
versus fortitude, I believe, for grab.
I
think
can
so,
never
yeah.
remember.
Yes.
You got this.
14.
Success.
Great.
Oh,
So
wow.
she gains panache. And then she's going to stab him with her
Because trip
kukri.
is reflex.
Yeah.
Going to stab him with her kukri and her finisher.
All right. So this is your second attack penalty. With a
Correct.
-1 because you're in such tight spaces.
14. Or no, wait.
E.
Wait, it's a -1?
Yeah.
So 18 to hit.
Well, -1 on top of your normal penalty for it being your second attack, which
Yes.
is -4.
So I rolled a 16. I have +3 on my second attack
Got it.
to 18.
That's a hit. And you already said you're using your finisher again.
Yeah, because I don't understand why you would ever not do that.
Because not everyone always successfully gets their panache back, Jane.
Uh-huh. Well, Ari is really cool.
True.
And so that's 8 points of damage.
Only 8, even with the finisher?
Low roll.
Oh, okay. Well, they're alive still. You got 1 action left.
Stab him again.
All right. Third attack penalty. -8 total.
-8 total.
Well, because it should be built in. But it'll
Yeah.
be your third attack -1 to whatever that comes to. I'm sure it's like a minus
Nope,
something.
miss.
All right. Nikolai, it's your turn.
Nikolai will stand where he is and he will try to divine lance
Ooh.
Ooh.
Brown.
Brown? All right.
Ari's just holding him up for you.
Yeah, he is flat-footed. This is a spell attack, correct?
Yep.
So it's just a -1 for all attacks, no clumsy, and then a -1 for shit cover. It'll be flat because it then has a -2 to its AC.
So
So
21.
that's a hit. Yeah, it's super a hit on Brown. How much damage is that going to do? Ooh,
6.
6? Dead.
Nice.
A shot from a divine source of a Rastal's arrow just right through the brown mitflit.
Let's
Mitflit.
see. That's one action, huh?
There's so
2
many
actions,
of
I'm
them.
guessing. Yeah,
I
one left.
will.
Gonna shoot another arrow.
I guess so. And
Come on,
it's
it's
a
only,
minus-
it's only your second attack penalty plus
Yep.
-3 more.
okay.
Purple's right
not
there.
using that one.
Purple's pretty fucked up. You got this. What's the worst that could
It's
happen?
a minus what from all the statuses?
-1 because you're within 30 feet. -1 for being in tight quarters. -1 from clumsy. So -3 on top of whatever your second attack penalty
Miss.
is. Miss. Phew, arrow sinks into another root.
It actually wasn't that low. I almost hit.
Nice. What was the total then?
It was like a 12.
That is, it's difficult because it's, oh no, flat-footed. Yeah. All right, Lucky, it's your turn. You got Spike with you.
Yeah, I'll draw my bow. I'm assuming I put it away to climb.
Sure. Cool. So you pop that out.
I'll go to the edge where the ledge is
Sure. You're pretty much at it.
and sit down. And then I'll have Spike come right to the edge of the ledge too.
Cool. And I'll say that while you're sitting on the edge, you're not taking clumsy.
Okay. I
or
kind of wondered
-1
if
because
I
you
would
like
be
have
able to
room
avoid
to
that.
move your body in the ledge area.
Cool.
I love that. All right. That's going to make it the pink one's turn. It's going to go after Knock Knock. First attack coming in, misses Knock Knock. Second attack coming in, misses Knock Knock. And third attack, misses Knock Knock.
I feel like you're just saying Mrs. like MRS knock knock, like knock
Mrs.
knock's wife.
Knock Knock.
I'm Mrs.
Is
Knock
there a
knock.
Mrs. Knock Knock?
For the first time ever, I would like to present you Mr. and Mrs.
Mrs.
Knock
Knock
Knock.
That's sorry. That's
who's
the
that?
edge of the.
Yeah, right there where you're at.
Can I send Spike forward a little further?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, Spike.
still sit
I feel like
down.
does Spike have a climb speed?
I don't think so. But
No,
I'll,
but-
I'll look into it.
But Spike can definitely easily use the handholds. All right, it's now Mitflit Brown's turn.
Dead.
So
Yep.
then it's Purple's turn. I must have
Mhm.
pulled the wrong one off.
Mitflit Brown.
Dead.
Oh, you pulled the right one. That was Brown.
Okay, then who's left? Blue. Oh, I pulled blue off instead of brown. That's what I did wrong. Yep, so Blue's turn. So Blue's on the outside of Arthur, and Blue is going to just start short sword stabbing. Oh, my die rolls are coming back a little bit. It's going to be a 21 to hit, which I do believe is a hit against you, Trent. 3 points of damage.
Okay.
Second attack, it's cock die. That's going to be a miss. Third attack, miss. All right, now it's Purple. Purple's going to take a 5-foot step in to be closer to everyone and is going to go for Ari.
Of course.
Duh. Fuck.
Good luck.
Critical. Oh,
Nice.
Yeah.
wow. This is awkward.
This was at Ari?
Yep. All right, I'm just going to go a few down, grab one out at random here. All right, this is a melee attack. You critically hit yourself with the attack.
Oh,
Oh,
God. He's going to die.
He's
Badass.
dead. Yeah.
Because Purple was already pretty messed up.
Yep.
He's going to Pete Davidson himself in Body
Well,
Body
spoilers.
Yeah, sure to spoil.
Yeah, he kills himself. He chops his own head off by it. He stabs himself. He steps forward, trips, and stabs himself through the lower jaw and kills himself.
That's more our flag means death.
Yeah. New episodes are out. I haven't watched
I
those
haven't
yet.
watched them yet either.
Okay. Knock, knock. Come on, knock, knock. You finally have a chance to literally do anything. Circling dies up. Going to go with the Jane from New York die.
I mean, he's taking attacks for us.
Fails to faint.
I just feel like Knock Knock's going to be with us for like the next 12 levels and never do a single point of damage.
He's like a mascot, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Misses with his first attack.
Yep.
Come on.
I'm about to patch Knock Knock just to get a hit.
Knock knock hits with his third action, second attack.
Good job, buddy.
He did fainting or double faint, so they're automatically flat-footed to this. So let's do a little bit of knock talk damage. And he gets sneak attack damage on this. Ooh, okay, that's going to be 9 points of damage to Pink and just takes like right up underneath the head and cuts from like the sternum to the jaw and just flicks it off the kukri onto the wall.
Wow.
And he just, yes!
Yeah, you got one.
I did it like you! And he points at you, Ari.
Good job, Knock Knock.
There's still one up, though.
I'm out of actions. It's Arthur, it's your turn.
I'm so tired.
I think I'm taking a big old swing at
Blue?
At Blue.
Keel it, Arthur.
Blue's in town. Blue town.
Ooh, that's a low roll.
Doo-doo.
What
What do you got?
Where'd it go? Where'd it go?
Press the button.
That's an 11, so that's a
Yeah,
miss.
it's a miss.
But take another one.
Don't forget your minus ones.
Actually, that was a 10.
Yeah.
That's a miss, too. Can I grab?
Yeah, it counts as an attack, so it'll be at minus 10,
Well, yeah, it does.
which is why Assurance is actually pretty good for athletics.
Yeah.
Or combat grab. You can just do that shit.
He's a champion, not a fighter.
That's your mistake.
Yeah. Yes.
But one day he can get
Yeah,
more
I'll
yards.
try.
Type
I'll try
fighter.
to grab him.
Minus
Plus
10 to athletics.
but minus 10, so it's a flat.
Yep. So you just need to get above his fortitude
That's
DC.
a 19.
You successfully grab him.
Wow.
Yeah. Come here.
Ari, it's your turn. The last gremlin who was torturing this poor helpless kobold.
Yeah, so Arthur has him grabbed.
Yeah, like sort of like by the collar. Like
Yeah.
it's not like holding him up off the ground.
Ari's just going to run around to the other side of Arthur,
Okay.
get in front of this mitflet, and whoosh, with this kukri.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Does that make
Awesome.
him flat-footed?
Yep. As soon as I grab, they're flat-footed.
Man, I hope so.
Check it and see.
Oh man.
It's a minus
Where'd it
2 to their AC.
It's a minus 2 to their AC, but I take a minus 1.
Yes, just minus 1.
Okay. I don't know about this. 15?
My finger was in motion when you said it. Yes, that's a hit.
Yay. Okay.
And this is
But
on
that's just
blue.
regular because I don't have panache anymore. So
Correct.
it's not going to be very high. It's 9 points of damage.
It's pretty high.
Okay, it's almost
pretty high.
dead. There, you have 1 action left.
I'm just going to try to hit him again.
You got this.
Yeah, I'm going to try to kukri again.
You can try to trip him while he's being held.
No, I just kind of, I thought about,
Gonna trip Arthur so hard that it kills.
He falls on top of
Yeah.
it.
I thought it would just be fun to punch this thing, but I'm just going to hit it with the kukri.
It's like Ike's character in Age of
Ooh.
Ashes.
Yeah.
So I have a minus 8, but that's an 18 on the die, so 10.
How do you have a minus 8?
Or not a minus 8, sorry. I don't know what. I need more coffee.
More terrible.
terrible man.
Is there a terrible at the rules button?
Terrible at the rules. All
You don't know what you're talking about.
Actually.
I really hate the last episode before lunch. It's like so rough.
Yeah.
16.
That's a hit.
Okay, great. And then hopefully it dies.
What's your bonus to
Should
damage?
definitely be dead.
Is it greater than 1?
My bonus to damage?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's dead.
okay.
You can roll if you want to, but it had 1 hit point left.
Let's
There's
see,
no
just for
zeros
fun.
on the die, so he's dead.
Let's see.
This is a
8 points
D10.
of damage.
Oh, yeah. It's very fucking dead.
Its head
Is
just
it
like
enough to?
bursts into blood as I'm holding it. I'm
Is
like,
it enough
"Oh."
to stab Arthur a little bit as my kukri goes through it?
No.
Damn.
I'm sorry.
You can't hit my AC.
Can't hit this. Ba-da-da-da. And so
yeah.
you slay the final Mitflit. Your halo is illuminating this room.
Throw its body to the side.
And you see this black, this like sort of dark, scaled kobold hanging there on the wall, just sort of looking at you. There's cuts on his face and on his chest and arms. And his bottom lip is like, he's trying to, you like see the muscles, like he's trying to stay strong, looking at you, wondering what's going to happen to him next.
Oh.
I
I'm
run
going to
up
run
to him.
over and help him down.
I started administering first aid.
Do you speak common?
I
It doesn't seem like he speaks common.
Does he speak undercommon? Ari will talk to him in undercommon.
And you see him
You
like
understand me?
thinking for a second. Hello. I am Micmac.
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 Micmac. He says his name is Micmac.
Does he need help?
I like berries.
He likes berries.
No, he's like, no, wait. What is your face name?
She'll say in undercommon, my name is Ari and these are my
Oh,
friends.
he was saying all that in common.
Oh, I thought it was undercommon.
No.
So he's just speaking common, but
Very
she's
broken
just
common.
still translating
Yes.
for them. He likes berries.
Yes, we heard.
She thinks no one else can speak common. Does he speak goblin?
You can ask him.
Do you speak goblin?
Do you speak Draconic?
No. So in
Uh,
common, I guess that's the best we can do.
My common is not very good. My friend Nakpik taught me some.
Is Knockback hanging next to you? Or
No, like his face goes down. No.
Mm.
Nakpik is at home.
if we release you, you're not going to try and harm us?
You seem like clench. No, I have failed, but I promise you many, many treasures if you can help me finish my quest,
You failed
please.
What's your quest?
doing what?
I was sent here to retrieve our holy statue.
Ah,
Oh, and Ari will like pull it out of her bag and be like, this?
And he goes,
yeah, that's
he like
ours
smiles, and he's like,
you got it.
Arthur, who's been like, we have to go get this ring to help people and return their stuff. And then he's like, yeah, fuck you, buddy. This is ours.
Ask him about the ring.
Yeah.
Do you know, could I trade this with you? We're looking for a golden ring to return to somebody. It's just as important to them as this is to you.
It belonged to a human.
And it was
Sorry.
stolen from her by bandits.
we may have taken a ring from the, and he's like having to think about each word sometimes. Meet Flitz Gremlin
can
here.
we trade?
Yes.
Trade?
Yes, you're just speaking louder and slower.
Be like, we will help you get back home and I'll bring this statue back to you. I'll let you take it back like you found it.
Oh, we're going with him.
Yeah, but I mean, like, as long as you give us this ring, you can tell them you found it.
Yes, that would be amazing. We will happily trade for it. It's very important.
Also, these Mitflits are the worst.
You let me down.
Why?
Yeah, we
why
let
is
him
it
down.
important?
It is our holy statue, and we have been cursed. And we must take it back so that he will free us from the curse.
Who's this guy?
Yes,
What is it? Who is it?
he is our god,
What's his name?
Is it a dragon?
Old Sharptooth.
Is it one of the goblin gods that
No,
Knock
not
wants to
like
be?
not the
I-
real god. You know? Not even a real god.
Why did Knock Knock become French?
No, he's not a real god, but he works for us, you know.
Hey, no, we have been. Do you like cut him down?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I heal him whenever.
Yeah, if you're treating his wounds, like, cause he'll let you. At first, he's a little sheepish, but he's like,
Especially
much of a
after
choice.
Biff,
It's 11
Ari is
points of
not.
healing.
Yeah.
he's how much?
11.
He's basically fully healed.
Okay.
Yeah, Ari is not
I
going to
also
like
could
let
use some
anybody
healing.
hurt this kobold.
He's like, well, we found out that we were cursed. A shaman, a new like religious leader for us. He came to us, and he's so mystical, and he's purple, and his scales, Tartuk. And Tartuk, he a new kobold who came to us, and he told us that we were cursed, and that we had to make sacrifices to old Sharptooth, and that anyone who disagreed with Tartuk, they were the ones who were getting us cursed. So they had to be sacrificed, and then the Mitflits stole our Sharptooth statue, so we had to get it back.
Does anybody? Ari's going to like look at Lucky and Nikolai and like eyebrow raise Tartuk.
Are you thinking Tartuccio?
Sounds like some shit he would do.
Yeah.
Are you? No, Tartuk.
You say he's a purple kobold.
Yes.
You have a picture of him in your wallet.
What is wallet?
You have a rendering of him in
what
your
is
pouches.
what is how you say wallet? I do not know. Wie sagst du auf kobold wallet? No, he came last week and to help us.
It just sounds suspicious to me.
Who is this?
I mean, the timing matches up.
Who is this Tartuccio?
He sucks.
Yeah, he's terrible.
Well, he's a real piece of shit.
Wow.
He's a noble from... Hold on.
Are you
let
absolutely-
me check my notes.
He's Pitaxian.
Pitaxian.
This also just
You
could
don't know
be
that.
a kobold
Yeah,
that
I stole his coin. Oh, I stole a coin that was from Pitax, so I just made that assumption.
this could also be a kobold
Wow.
that he has
Yeah, I'm sorry.
in his employ to,
Yeah, that's
you
true.
know,
But he
go
said
and
he's purple.
manipulate a society.
He said he's purple. So I think that he might actually... Are his clothes purple or is his skin purple?
His scales are purple.
His
We've never
scales.
seen kobold with
Yeah, I was
purple
gonna say,
scales.
is that a normal thing?
It's our whole tribe.
Looking at you, Arthur, is that normal?
I've only met one kobold in my life.
Our whole
He's
tribe-
a stuck-up gnome.
Yeah,
That's
he's
the notes I have.
really annoying. He also just tried to play dead and let everybody else in the manor house die, including your brother. So,
Your brother was actually guarding him so that he didn't run.
yeah, your brother very...
me Tartuk.
our
We
our
need to go
mystic
to...
leader.
We need to go to
Yes.
your village with
Although,
you.
although our old chieftain is still around, normally our tribe changes its name with the new leader. But Sootscale is still alive. Although I don't know as much. I really like him. Tartuk is kind of scary and keeps saying that we've done rings that are wrong and then we have to appease the curse. But Sootscale never told us about a curse. But some people did still die when he was in charge.
Well, perhaps the curse would be lifted if I killed Tartuk.
We think you might be getting manipulated, but either way, we want to go with you back to your settlement and we'll help you lift this curse and give you your statue back
You'll
as
help
long
me?
as we
Let's
can get
not
the ring.
make a bunch of assumptions about his
I'm going to go kill this fucking kobold.
life situation. Let's
So-
just
You'll
go
help me?
figure it out.
You'll
Ari
help me
is just
return?
like anyone that reminds her of Biff, because that was only like a month ago. She's going to
It
be
was
like
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. Yeah, she's like, we're helping this kobold.
I mean, I just said that I'm down.
That's not all of you. It's at least one of you that is just pointing us in a direction and we're just going.
It's the same direction they want to go for this ring.
It's true.
Great.
Is there
No,
a
I'm
way?
the only one who doesn't want to go.
That's sort of your shtick.
Why? Yeah, that's true. Why are you just fighting the Mitflits for this statue? Is that it?
They attacked us and they stole our statue.
Mhm.
And we had to get it back because of the curse. So then we took the statue back. And then they raided us and killed some of us and took the statue. And then we raided them again and got the statue. And then they came and took it back. And I came here yesterday and they captured us. And he looks over his shoulder and just sort of,
Is
Oh,
your homestead far?
just one hex over.
Mechanically, I understand what you mean.
Would you like us to cut down your comrades and bring them with us?
We should bury them.
Yes. Yes, please.
Okay.
Is there a way to
Thank
get out of
you.
here not climbing up the chasm? I think you said there was.
Yeah, literally on the west side, there's like sort of another
Okay.
tunnel that goes up that connects to the first room you went in and didn't go down.
And all of these other kobolds are dead.
Yeah.
Mm.
And he's like, his shoulders are really slumped when you cut them down. He's looking up with like big eyes at them.
Arthur's going to put like a hand on his shoulder and be like, just remember that you are one of the ones who survived, and make meaning out of that moment.
And we'll tune in next week to find out what meaning he makes out of it.
That was depressing.
Downer.
The Live to Die podcast is a production of Live to Die Gaming. Follow us on social media at Live to Die Pod. Leave a review and tune in next week for more. If you like the amazing background audio and music, all that credit goes to Syrinscape. Make sure you check them out at Syrinscape.com.